Okay, hello. How is everybody? Great to be here. I know I've been away for just over a week. I did tell you that I was going to be away, Jane and I, beforehand, so it wouldn't be a shock, even though I did get a couple of messages saying, "Where are you, Red?" It was all planned. And today, let's just do that bit first. Today is Friday 14th. Valentine's Day, hence the title, Love is in the Air. So it is the Day de al Amor for Spanish. Dia del Amor. Yeah, we were away. We had some things that we needed sorting out as far as family is concerned. Jane's mum, my mum, etc. All very poignant. Actually, I had a letter. I had a message for what my mother wants to do when she passes. Again, very sad, but it all makes it very real. So we've been sorting that out, and after we sorted all those nasty bits and pieces out that we had to do, we took a couple of days away just to get a little bit of winter sun. But we are back again now. So just to update you as far as I know on OnPassive, I haven't seen anything new in the OES, but our CEO Ash Mufareh has been around, hasn't he? Through Gersminder, they had a good 20-minute or so conversation, and if you were on Heroes and also Minnows on Friday, you will know what that update was. The big news for that is Ash did say it's not going to be a year and it's not going to be 6 months. Nothing else as far as information from that side is concerned. But all I will say is that things are moving along. I got a text a couple of days or so ago from Ash, basically asking about my family and saying that he appreciates the work that I'm doing for OnPassive and through you guys. We do know and we understand, guys, that a lot of people are hurting at the moment, and myself included. I have good days and I have bad days, but one thing is always certain, and that is my commitment to OnPassive to see this through. I was actually having a chat with Peter Rogers yesterday or the day before, I think it was. And we were talking about us ourselves in OnPassive and about how we got involved with it back in September 2018, etc. And we were talking about knowing that, you know, finances aren't the best at the moment, and, you know, the reasons behind why we were looking at OnPassive in the first instance. And the one thing that did really ring true that we were talking about was that even though things haven't panned out exactly how we anticipated them to with OnPassive, and I mean, what I mean by that is that I thought we would be further down the line and it would be all operational and all the rest of it by now, rather than 6.5 years, 7 years in June. And I thought we would be further along with that journey. But that doesn't take away really what our view of OnPassive is. And that is the simplicity of the business, that everybody can succeed within it. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I know a lot of people are hurting and I know a lot of people are doing other things, and that's entirely up to you and your right to do that. The only but I will put into that is that we have all signed an NDA with OnPassive, and it really is up to you to look at yourself within it to see that, is what else I'm doing going to harm my reputation, not me, but the person who's doing its reputation, and or the reputation of OnPassive. Now, if you don't care, it doesn't really matter, does it? At the end of the day, then you probably thought, stuff this, I'm going to do something else. And it's your prerogative. You can do that. I understand that people need to earn money and understand that people need to look after their family. Absolutely fine. Haven't got a problem with that. But I have got a little bit of a problem if you are fishing in the same OnPassive pond. What I mean by that is people who say they're doing the right thing, but actually they are encouraging founders of OnPassive to do this whilst we're waiting for OnPassive to get going. That's entirely on you. If you feel that you are doing it ethically, that you are doing it in the right manner and all the rest of it, then you crack on. And I do understand that people have to earn a living, but there is a reputation at stake here. That is that person's reputation. And there is also the reputation of OnPassive. And even though you might think our CEO doesn't know what's going on, he does. And for me, I would much rather stick to the course and journey that I decided to be in with OnPassive. And that is exactly what we decided to do. I just see Peter's come on the chat now. And Peter, I was just telling these lovely people here that we were having a bit of a discussion about other things. Now, talking of other things, it's entirely your prerogative to do something else if you want to. For me, I would much rather concentrate on staying the course and being involved with OnPassive rather than having to literally start again. If you go to something else, you are starting from zero. You're starting from the bottom. Why would you want to do that? And let's not forget the main reason that so many of you came to OnPassive in the first instance. And the main reason is because none of us can market. None of us have found something that we can truly make money on online. So we ended up here in OnPassive. With OnPassive, we all get the same level playing field to be able to do with it what we want. And that is one of the attractions that I loved about it, is that there is no buying your way to the top. I had somebody trying to market to me whatever it was, it doesn't really matter. And they said, with your connections and who you are and all the rest of it, we will elevate you to whatever level it was straight away. You won't have to go through what other people have to go through if you join us. That's not fair. That is, for me, a big, big no-no. You know, whatever business that you're in, you should have the ability to have that level playing field to better yourself rather than having to jump in and pay your way to the top. For me, there is nothing else. So if anybody, by the way, if you think you can pitch me and I'm going to go to something else, it ain't going to happen. So save your breath, save the paperwork, save the typing, don't even bother, because I'm here to stay. Does that mean that I might not have to do something else to earn some money? Yeah, probably we will. Jane's gone and got herself a little job 2 days a week, helping somebody, family, not a family member, but somebody very close to us in a local cafe. And I will probably be doing a bit more of what I do on the markets in another area as well. And we are obviously the same. You know, we need money to survive the same as everybody else does. But one thing I'm never going to do is to jeopardize my position, my standing within OnPassive. I've got much more credibility about my own ethics than I have about pitching something to somebody else just to make some money. That's not me. I would much rather stick to my guns, stick to what I want to do with OnPassive rather than going sideways, should I say. So that's exactly why I'm going to go down the route that I'm going to go down. Am I telling you guys to do the same? No, I'm not. What I'm saying is you need to look at yourself and think, is what I am doing going to harm my position in OnPassive? If what this new thing I'm doing doesn't work out, I've brought people in and we all lose money again. Is that going to harm my reputation? And if the answer to that is yes, then the emphasis then is definitely on you as far as your credibility is concerned. I would rather keep my credibility intact in OnPassive. 6.5 years of me sticking to one thing, and I am very happy that I am still doing exactly that. I want to see this through. Angela Lynn, hello. And thank you for rejoining the tea club once again. 35 months of buying me a cup of tea every month. That is very, very kind of you, Angeline. And thank you for the lovely message as well. Yes, I have got an unwavering dedication, as Angela Lynn has said that, to OnPassive. Why? Because I firmly believe that this company, through Mufareh, is going to pull it off, is going to be the one that is going to work. I made my choice when I joined OnPassive that was it. There ain't going to be no more. No. You know, if this one doesn't work, then there is no more. Hence me sticking to my guns, my reputation, that I am 100% behind OnPassive, and there's no point in trying to waver me away from it. Does this mean that I don't get frustrated? No, it doesn't. It means that I have good days, I have bad days. But one thing's for sure is that my allegiance has always been to this business, because I can see, the same as most of you people on here are the same, I can see what it's going to do for all of us. And I mean that through a financial benefit. Leroy Donovan, thank you, my friend, as well, for rejoining the tea club once again. That's very kind of you. What OnPassive is going to do, as far as I'm concerned, is to give me that financial stability that I'm always looking for. I have the time element now, but that is now going to have to change, because our funds to live are getting lower and lower and lower. So we have to counteract that by doing something else. Okay. Narelle Walcott, thank you so much, my darling, for your super sticker and for staying up to listen to me as well. That's very kind of you.
Happy birthday for her.
Happy birthday the other day, darling, through Jane, for however many years you were the other day. But and also, Narelle, for everything you do over there as well in Australia. It's very kind of you to give me that super sticker. What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say is that even though we're not getting any pertinent information from our CEO, that there is many people who are getting disgruntled. There's many people who are thinking it's never going to happen. That's not me. Okay, that is not me at all. I am convinced that he will be good for us. He will do everything within his power to make sure that OnPassive 2.0, next phase, whatever you want to call it, is going to happen. And before people say, well, is that even going to be the name of OnPassive? Do you know something? I haven't got a clue. And really, even if it's not, I mean, I don't know, by the way, but even if it's not called OnPassive, as long as the guts of OnPassive is still intact, so the products and the services and all the rest of it, and the way that the commissions work and all the rest of it, as long as all that part is intact and still the same, I don't care what it's called. In all honesty, I'd like it to be called OnPassive still, because you know, the whole of this YouTube, for instance, is named OnPassive. Armenia, we're going to go for Oran, I think that is, OnPassive. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Very, very kind. Not necessary, by the way, guys, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. That is more important to me, is to make sure that the essence, the guts, the way that it all is going to work is the important factor. Now, we are going to get the story of what has happened without a shadow of a doubt. I actually believe that it is so important that our CEO tells us what has gone on and be open and be honest about the nitty gritty, the nasties, so that we have a much better understanding of what happened. Now, we've obviously been shielded from what actually happened for a long time now, and we have been asked to wait. We've been asked to stay confident. We've been asked to come with the journey that we are on at the moment to fulfill the end game of OnPassive. And part of this is, I believe, that our CEO wants to tell us as much as possible, but he's just not able to at the moment for legal reasons. We've all got our ideas. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been plenty speculation of certain individuals and what has happened. But I think really for us to move forward to the next phase, then we need to hear from our CEO, Ash Mufareh, of what went on. So rejoining once again the Tea Club. Very kind of you, and a welcome aboard once again. I think this will happen, by the way. I think it's necessary. I think it will give us a much better understanding of what went on when he can reveal warts and all of how things progressed. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's your business, you should know what is happening. And I'm sure that he will be the first person to stick his hand up and say, I got this one a little bit wrong, didn't I? I put way too much trust in people I shouldn't have done. Things happened that I wasn't made aware of. I could have done certain things. But hindsight is definitely 2020, isn't it? We can all empathize with that sentiment of things that if we knew what we knew now, then I wouldn't have done that before. That is your experience, that is your knowledge, that is you knowing what happened and how you would react differently to it or do it differently in those ways. But here is the but. When you were in that situation, things are a little bit different, aren't they? And you have to go with your gut and your feelings more than trying to step back. We don't know the full story. So this is why I'm saying that I am sure at some point in the future, we will have that full story from our CEO, Ash Mufareh, and then we'll be able to put lines between the dots and things will become a lot clearer. I think to summarize what I'm trying to say here is that, do I believe OnPassive is going to happen? Absolutely. Do I believe that we are going to launch commercially again? Absolutely, I do believe. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe that. And that really, for me, is the bottom line. If I didn't in here believe that he is going to pull through for us, he is going to do what he says he's going to do for us, then I certainly wouldn't be here on a regular basis, doing my lives, doing Monday Fun Day with Jane, going on other people's webinars and talking about OnPassive if I didn't feel and I didn't believe that this is going to happen. Because at the end of the day, that'd be a complete waste of time, wouldn't it? Like I said, my reputation of what I am doing is laid bare to everybody. Everybody here knows Redfern. and lots of other people know Redfern, and they associate me with OnPassive. Why? Because I am passionate about it. I believe in it, and I'm vocal about it. You know, I stuck my head way above the turret a long time ago to talk about OnPassive, way before it was what it is now. It comes with good, and it comes certainly with a lot of bad. I've had an awful lot of trolling. I've had an awful lot of nasty stuff sent my way, of people threatening and all the rest of it. For me, it's all part of the course. Normally, if people are disgruntled to you, there's a reason, and that is either they are jealous of my position within OnPassive, or it is because they feel that OnPassive as a business is a threat to them, and so they go down avenues of whatever they're trying to do. This for me is always a guide of I'm on the right track. If I've got haters, then I know I'm on the right track. And before people say, we're trying to save you from people like me, let's make things pretty face bare here. I haven't had any money. I haven't taken any money from anybody. All I've done is believed in what OnPassive can do and is going to do. Now, if that is a crime, I'm going to hold my hand up and say, okay, you've got me. But it's a bit like saying you either believe in God or you don't believe in God. You know, people who preach about God, are they committing a crime because of what they believe in? I believe in what OnPassive is going to do, plain and simple. And if that is a crime, then I am guilty. Time will tell if that is something that I maybe shouldn't have done. But I am convinced that OnPassive is going to pull through. Our CEO is going to do what he says he's going to do, and he is going to make sure that we are all okay. And that is what I'm working towards daily. I'm working towards the inevitability of what is going to happen, and that is to secure my financial freedom through the OnPassive platform and utilize the products and services, not only to better my business within OnPassive platform, but also to encourage other people to join us and to make money for themselves. That is what I loved about it, because it is a level playing field. We are going to see people coming in to OnPassive who are going to surpass me, surpass Marty, surpass Chris as far as earners within this company, because that is how it's designed. It's designed as an open forum, an open platform, so everybody can succeed. And the only thing that is going to hold anybody back is themselves. The platform has been designed so that you can utilize it, leverage it as big as you want to go with it. A lot of people are just going to be happy earning a couple of $100 a month off the business. Absolutely fine. That's not me. I want to make sure that me, my family, and everybody else is going to benefit from my endeavors within OnPassive. Then I can go out and then I can help other people. And by the way, when I'm talking about helping other people, I'm not on about people on the streets or anything like that. I'm actually on about helping you guys. Whatever I can encourage you to do, whatever information I can give you to help you on your way within your business, I will do. But I'm going to make sure I'm okay first, if that's all right. I'm going to work my ass off to make sure my business is running smoothly. And then I will start helping you guys to make sure your business succeeds as well. Have I got a lot of experience about this? I haven't got a lot, but I've certainly got some. That's for sure. And I'm going to learn as I go. I'm going to utilize everything. I'm going to leverage everything I possibly can to enhance and to generate income through this business. Anyway, guys, that's it from me for today. Have a lovely weekend. I'll be back on Monday with Jane. Half term with kids. It is. So we are on babysitting duty most of the week. Got a nice surprise on Wednesday. We're going to see Aston Villa play Liverpool Football Club. My youngest sister has got a box there, so we've been invited up, which will be good fun. And I've also got to go to the hospital for a little checkup on Wednesday as well. Nothing major, so I've got that in the tank as well. Anyway, you guys have a good weekend. Sorry if I've gone on a little bit, but I really do believe that it is important to just have a little bit more faith with what is going on here. It's not easy. I get that. People are hurting. I understand that, including myself and Jane. I really want you all to be here. And if I can encourage you to stay the course, to stick with it, with my ramblings, with my lives and all the rest of it, then I have done my job. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. See you all on Monday. Bye for now.